Hey guys, welcome back to ShERI-RFM. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all are doing well. Today we have another sunscreen review video, but in today's video I'm going to be comparing and contrasting two sunscreens from the same brand. These have been trending recently a lot on social media. I have had them for a couple months now, and it's about time that I share my thoughts. That brand is Tocobo, and if you are interested in hearing about it, just keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I just want to remind you that I do have a sunscreen playlist as well. I will leave it linked below where you can look at all the reviews of the sunscreens that I have up, how it looks on my skin, demos, all the details about ingredients, who I recommend it for, the finish on the skin, how it looks with makeup, without makeup, etc, etc, etc. Everything is in those videos. They are very detailed, so I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you're a person of color and you are interested in finding out a little bit more about certain sunscreens before you purchase them. That's why I have that resource. Definitely click like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment below, let me know what kind of content you guys want to see, and let's get right into today's video. These are the two sunscreens from Tocobo. I don't know if you've seen it before. The packaging, the brand is so aesthetic and it has been everywhere. But before we get into these two sunscreens, because they are actually quite different, let me just tell you a little bit about this brand in terms of what I found out about Tocobo. Tocobo is a Korean vegan skincare brand with a focus on being transparent in terms of their ingredient formulas while keeping up with the latest beauty trends. So I honestly found out about this brand this year. I am not sure how long they've been around, but they have already put out quite a few products on the market, and the two first products that I found out about were these sunscreens. Both of these are SPF 50 plus, PA 4 pluses, which means that they both have really good UVA and UVB protection. But let's take a little bit of a deep dive into each of these. So the first one is their Bio Watery Sun Cream. Again, a beautiful, beautiful packaging. I love the aesthetic of the bottle and the light blue color that is just really refreshing on the eye as well. This is a lightweight, all chemical filter sunscreen that will not leave a white cast on your face, and they also recommend it for use under makeup. This one does have some interesting ingredients beside the usual botanicals or extracts that you will find very common in Korean sunscreens. So there is definitely a focus on hyaluronic acid because this is considered to be a more hydrating sunscreen, but it also contains something called mung bean extract. Now, mung bean is known for its anti-inflammatory properties, but it also has natural vitamin A and vitamin C. Some of the other interesting ingredients or things that I love about this sunscreen is that it does contain niacinamide, some other antioxidants, including one that is actually pretty helpful for people who have issues with Malassezia yeast. So think about people with seborrheic dermatitis, fungal acne. This might be a sunscreen that you might want to look at. Now, the formula and texture of this is very, very interesting. As you will see in the demo of my application, it is a very, very lightweight, almost like a gel cream. This absorbs into the skin really, really fast. There's absolutely no white cast on me. It does, however, have a floral scent that smells like an amazing bouquet of fresh flowers, something that my husband would probably give me. I absolutely do enjoy that floral scent, and it smells very, very authentic. I think that was one of the things that really caught me with that scent. I do like it. However, if you're somebody that is sensitive to scents, then you might want to be a little bit concerned about that. And let me just know that this sunscreen is alcohol free. So my experience with this sunscreen is a little bit tricky. Number one, I absolutely love the texture of the sunscreen. It is the type of texture that I really do like for an everyday basis. I think people, especially in more humid climates, will have a greater appreciation for sunscreens that feel lighter on the skin and more comfortable. The finish on me is more of the glowy, dewy finish, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. This would be a sunscreen that I would wear like more on an everyday basis, and while it can be worn under makeup, I will recommend it more so for people who are dry, normal combination. If you are very oily, you may not necessarily like that extra glow on the skin unless that's just your thing. I will say, however, that I have had good days and bad days with this sunscreen. I think this is the first time I'm saying that about a sunscreen, because I have had days where this really stung my eyes, and then I've had days where I had no reaction at all. So I am still trying to figure out what is going on with me and the sunscreen, and that's one of the reasons why I took so long to do this video, because I have been trying to figure out like what it is. Is it something with my skincare? Is it my allergies? I'm not sure, and that's why I can't be absolutely certain that it is the sunscreen, simply because my reaction to this varies by the day. So weird, but I just wanted to put that out there. Maybe it is the fragrance, maybe it is some other ingredient, I don't know. All in all, I think it is one of the nicer formulations that was released in 2022. I do recommend it, especially if you're one of those skin types that I mentioned. But I also wanted to note that there is another sunscreen on the market that I actually purchased before I got this one. And as soon as I opened the packaging, I was like, wait a minute. Is this the same sunscreen? Because the packaging is almost identical. I will include a photo of it just so that you can see it in case you've been looking at that one as well. Guys, the formulations are almost identical. They are made by the same manufacturer. I checked it out. The ingredients list plus or minus like 5 different fragrances or extracts or whatever. Has very slight differences. On my skin, they feel exactly the same. So if you know you like that one, then you would love this. And I'm thinking that if you didn't like one, you also may not like the other. Moving on to the next sunscreen from Tocobo, and it is their Cotton Soft Sunstick. And I cannot tell you how excited I was to get this product. Sunsticks have just been like everything, all the rave for the last couple of months, especially over the summer months. So people, when we're talking about reapplication of sunscreen especially. But let me do a jump the gun. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. Again, SPF 50+, PA4+, so high UVA and UVB protection. Tocobo describes this as a soothing sunstick that is soft and mild on the skin with cotton extract for a non-sticky finish. The formulation includes 4 herbal complexes that have anti-inflammatory effects to soothe the skin. But what I personally loved most about the formula description is that it contains some microporous powders for absorbing sebum. And you all know that I have oily, acne-prone skin. So I usually prefer a natural to matte finish on my sunscreens. This sunscreen, like many Korean sunscreens, contain a lot of antioxidants. What's special in this one is that it actually contains turmeric, vitamin E, among others, and a lot of skin soothing and skin identical ingredients, including bisabolol, one of my favorites in formulations. Now, while the Bio Watery Sun Cream is an all-chemical filter sunscreen, the Sunstick is a hybrid sunscreen. It contains 5 chemical filters, including old and newer generation filters, and it also contains a mineral filter, titanium dioxide. Now, let me just say this one time. This contains octocrylene, which is one of the UV filters that I don't usually do too well with in terms of skin sensitivity and eye sting. So that was the one thing that concerned me about this Sunstick, but I will tell you how I dealt with that. So let's take a look at the packaging. Once you remove the cover, there is a turn-up base that allows you to get the product out, and it is a beautiful light blue wax. It just looks so nice. It's just so pretty to look at, and you can actually just turn the base back down to put the product back in. I don't usually turn it all the way up. I just usually turn it up to what I'm going to use that day, and the rest of the product stays in the base. This also has a floral scent. It is different from the floral scent from the Watery Sun Cream, and this one though is a little bit milder. Also a really nice scent. I have no aversion to it. I actually do really enjoy it. It dissipates a couple minutes after application. So let's talk about the application or how to use this product. With Sunsticks, the AAD recommend that you do 4 passes on each section of your face. So you will do 4 passes back and forth on each section to ensure that you get the proper coverage. As you know, with liquid sunscreens or lotion sunscreens or cream sunscreens, it's much easier to measure your 1/4 teaspoon that you would need. With Sunsticks, it could be a little bit tricky. Some people just do 1 pass and they think they're covered. Nope. You want to do 4 passes. Here's the deal with Sunsticks. You literally do the passes and you're done in terms of application. And once you have applied, you just do a light rub to ensure that you have an even layer of coverage. So it's very, very quick application. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of people like to use it for reapplication on the go. However, to get this type of product in order to have your sunscreen this way, most of the bases will be some type of waxy substance, and that could be tricky, especially if you have combination oily skin. This is one of the reasons why a lot of Sunsticks have a glowy finish on the skin. This one, however, does not. While the base is a synthetic wax, it does not feel waxy or balmy at all. It literally feels like a silicone type of primer, and that I could definitely appreciate. I'm just going to tell you guys right now that this is my absolute favorite Sunstick. I do have a Sunstick review that's going to come up where I have been testing quite a few, so I will share my thoughts on several different ones that I've tried, but this one for my skin type is the best that I've come across. So when do I use the Sunstick? I will use this as my regular sunscreen. First thing in the morning, I can apply it that way, but most times I will actually use this for reapplication during the day, whether I'm home or out. It makes it easy to reapply. I will do that, however, if I am not wearing makeup. And I'm just going to say this and put it out there. This might not be a popular opinion, but I don't care what the Sunstick is. Once you're applying a Sunstick over makeup, you are actually tugging at the skin. Your makeup is going to smear somehow. So if you think that you're going to purchase a Sunstick for reapplication over makeup, think again. Definitely check out the demo where I did reapply sunscreen over makeup. That is the best technique I have come across so far. If you do have a technique that you do love for reapplying sunscreen over makeup, definitely share it as well in the comments down below. But it is definitely not going to be with a sunstick. I do love the finish of the Tocobo sunstick on my skin. It does have a more natural matte finish, which I can definitely appreciate. I love the fact that it does have those micro powders in there, so it's absorbing that sebum and giving me a little bit better control compared to other sunsticks that I have tried. Both of these are really good sunscreens on the market, really good options from Tocobo. I'm happy with both. For me personally, if I had to choose, I will go with this one simply because this one could be a little bit iffy for me sometimes. Again, it's probably not the sunscreen. But yeah, I really do like these. So with regards to that filter that I mentioned usually gives me an issue, that's the thing with this sunstick. I do not apply it around my eye area. Once I avoid the eye area, I am fine and I could use the sunscreen on all the other parts of my face and my neck and chest area as well. So that's what I've been doing. But if you are able to use sunscreens with octocrylene and have no issues, then this is going to be good to go for you. So that's the end of today's video. I'd love to hear any comments down below. Which one sounds like it's going to be right for you, if any at all? Which one sounds more appealing to you? What do you think about the concept of sunsticks? Do you want me to do that video where I review the sunsticks that I've tried this year? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in another video soon. Take care. Bye.